Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the new DOKKANFEST Kale. Berserk Kale transforming into Super Saiyan 2 is the newest DOKKANFEST. You know, I do think that this Kale, it would have made a ton of sense if she had gotten a DOKKANFEST back in the day when she first released, right? Because, like, an example of a character who got like a really fast DOKKANFEST was just regular Goku Black, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like while the series was ongoing, it would have been easier to potentially do a lot of different stuff like that, right? You know, sort of get maybe some of the more unhyped DOKKANFEST and stuff in. So this is going to be the 55% video that we're going to take a look at Kale here. I think Kale should still be pretty decent at 55%. I think Kale probably is the best TUR. But do keep in mind that Kale is a character who is going to be doing a lot of tanking, right? Kale has guard and damage reduction, and those abilities, I've said many times, those abilities, guard and damage reduction, are really only good if you have a lot of defense to go with it, or your damage reduction is really high, like 70%+. Otherwise, you need high defense to go with those abilities. Them by themselves is not just good enough. So Kale, as a character, right, obviously when we rainbow her, she's going to get access to a huge amount of extra stats. So she definitely should look quite a bit better once she's link leveled, once she's rainbowed and stuff like that. Let's just go into, I don't know, maybe like Red Zone Perfect Cell or something like that. And sort of test out how this Kale looks at 55%. Oh, before we hop in, quickly, I do have to give our girl Kale the sticker. Let me not forget about this very important aspect of a new DOKKANFEST kit. Looks decent. I feel like her aura looks good there. Super Saiyan character type auras usually do look pretty good. How is she looking in Super Saiyan 2 form? It looks way less good. Her sticker looks a lot better in base in her Berserk form because she has, like, an aura going on, right? Like, that's why a lot of, like, the blue Goku and blue Vegetas that could have stickers look really good because that blue aura with the sticker does look very strong, right? Okay, again, now let's go ahead and hop into a tough Red Zone fight. Can be a little bit tough maybe for this Universe 6 team, which we're mostly going to use, but we'll see how things are going to go. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We did not really get the greatest rotation here. Kale, right, STR Kale, she guards if there is a Caulifla on the rotation. Yeah, a lot of these Universe 6 girl characters, I feel like in the history of Dokkan, they're usually very busted when they release. Tech Caulifla at STR Kale, of course, were very busted. LR Kale and Caulifla was very busted. Right, I remember even like the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla and Physical Berserk Kale when they first came out felt very good. But a lot of the girls have been around for years, so if things don't go perfectly your way, it's very easy to get caught. Unfortunately, Frost is just yet another character who could easily just get caught, right? It's like, I don't know, maybe people like running like teams full of characters who could just get one-shotted if the boss decides to run slot 2 or slot 3 or something like that, but I find it very annoying, actually. Alright, so we'll sort of see how we do. I did notice, unfortunately, that Kale, in terms of options on the friends list, it is not very high. The friend Kale we have here is actually 69%, so it's one dupe. So, you know, my Kale right here is going to be our major focus. This first turn will be very good. I mean, with Kale, we have 6 out of 7, and then we're going to be getting prepared for battle from the Tech Vegeta right here. Remember that Kale's leader skill, I think, is not really the greatest. Here's why. So she has Universe 6 and Transformation Boost. I don't want to say Transformation Boost, which is this one right here. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, it's so bad and blah, 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 blah. The thing, though, that I think is a bit of an issue for Transformation Boost, it's mainly a villain team at this point. We certainly have had some exceptional superclass characters released. Look at those 4 at the top right there. God Goku, Tech Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, and Power Awakening Piccolo. All incredibly powerful characters, for sure, right, on this team. But we do want a healthy mix of Universe 6 characters as well, because Kale in base here, right, she gets 160% attack and defense, and a great chance of launching an additional super if there's another Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn. Now, the thing about Kale that works pretty well, right? And this is because Kale does... How is it worded? She gets 60% attack and defense and a high chance to launch an additional super when performing a super attack. That additional super right there can proc in kind of a weird way, similar to Namek, Goku, and Full Power Frieza. So what I mean by this is we can super attack, right? Then that will not proc, because it's a high chance we get the bad coin flip. Then it'll move to her great chance of additional super with the Universe 6 category ally and her hidden potential system. But, like, the great chance of additional super or the hidden potential system super, that can give you another chance to proc her high chance to launch an additional super and performing a super attack. So because of that, and because of how this Kale works, where she gets 20% damage reduction with every super attack she does in the turn, up to 60%, additional, I would say, is the way to go. Because, you know, you get the coin flip wrong. Oh well, you know, you have 25 additional hidden potential system procs. Like, you're in business, right? Like, I feel like that's going to be very important for this Berserk base Kale. I think this Berserk Kale is going to be very strong. She's probably... Well, is she stronger than God Goku? In my experience, it's been very rare where God Goku has been caught. I don't know if I would say Berserk Kale is better than God Goku, but I mean, it's way too early. Let me use her a lot more. All right, so let's see how we're going to do right here. So remember, again, Kale has 60% damage reduction if she triple supers. We'll see what she does. Kale's link set right here is the Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, Battlefield Diva, Prepared for Battle, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. For some reason, they've always decided to give this Berserker Kale the Berserker link rather than Super Saiyan. That does suck, because Berserker, as you guys can see, is really bad. Now, one other thing, I've talked about this numerous times over, that the Universe 6 girls were actually one of the biggest benefits of the link level updates. Because Kale has, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key links. All of the Universe 6 girls are like this, right? Saiyan Lineage, look at that, just 1 key right there. Battlefield Diva, 2 key right there. Warriors of Universe 6, 2 key right there. Tournament of Power is 3 key. Tournament of Power at link level 10 gets 7% attack and defense. Warriors of Universe 6 gets 6% attack and defense. Prepare for Battle gets 5% attack and defense. Battlefield Diva gets a 5% chance to dodge. And Saiyan Lineage gets 5% attack and defense. So there's a lot of extra stats that we're going to get by link leveling. The Universe 6 girls are characters you need to link level. Because they are, you know, they link up really well together, but all those extra stats are very helpful. Alright, let's hope that we don't get super attacked on STR Kale at the end. I don't know if we get one. Our HP is under 500k. Oh my god. We have under 500k HP. What? Oh no. Man, it's like, I guess, you know, I'm trying to be cute. It's like, we're in a longer red zone fight, so I'm like, alright, you know, like, STR Kale, Tech Khalifa, these characters, you know, they'll be able to stack up as we're going through the event, but, man, I don't know. I mean, all Kale's condition is she just needs a Universe 6 ally in rotation. 55%, there's a triple super immediately. Not bad. So that gives her 60% damage reduction right there. 60%. Pretty good. No hidden potential system additional. And Cell is going to super Kale. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's tough. When you have bad luck, it's tough. Okay. I mean, okay, man. I guess I'll remove STR Kale from the team. We're dead. Oh my god, the dodge. We were dead. The dodge actually saved us. Wow. The dodge actually came in clutch. Damn it, but I didn't. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Ah, damn it. I clicked the wrong button. I meant to click item. The dodge. That was a 3 dodge for Kale, right? Wow. We were dead. That's so funny, dude. This is why I literally saw someone saying, oh my god, Truth is being a little bit harsh on Frost. Am I? That's what happens when you run Frost. Like, that's God, I hate that you don't, I don't have a magic glass. I don't have a crystal ball. Oh, he's supering in slot 3. We'll put the Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta there. I don't know this. It's like, this is, I hate characters that don't have guard, damage reduction, or dodge at this point, because this is what happens. All right, let me come back in 1 second. God damn it, man. All right, so kind of an iffy first turn for us. Again, I guess maybe I could get rid of the STR Kale, and we could bring someone, I suppose, someone else. Just a character that's going to be a little bit more suited to tanking hits. Cell probably isn't going to super attack on this turn, so we can keep it going for a little bit. Int Kabe really is not good enough as well. Yeah, this is why LR, Kale, and Khalifa ZZA was just so very important, right? Because it's just strengthening not only, you know, the team, but also giving Kale another decent option. Because remember, Kale, she is good in base. I think she's very strong. But Kale is not going in slot 1, right? She's getting her 60% damage reduction, or however much damage reduction by supering, as she's supering, right? So it's not going to work for us unless we're actually, you know, getting those supers in first. So far we're 2 out of 2 with the triple supers. Again, remember, it's very important for Kale to have a Universe 6 ally, because that does give her that 70% additional super chance, and then the 160% attack and defense. Yeah, this team is just so iffy at the start, because we have, you know, Tech, Kale, and Khalifa right here. They also are a little bit spooky at the start of the fight, right? Like, they get really bad, but, you know, by the time we can get to Tech Kefla, we, you know, typically can be in business. We are probably cooked in this run. Alright, so how do I want to do this? I think I will probably just do this right here. Vegeta is going to be able to proc his support, I guess. So we'll be able to see Kale in this rotation with her support. Again, we have 6 out of 7 activated right here. We got Tech Khalifa as well. I probably could rock Tech Khalifa in slot 1 right here. Remember, the thing about Tech Khalifa is, you know, she has her guaranteed dodge against the specific bosses, but she also does get 8% chance to dodge per Universe 6 or Peppy Gal category ally. So at a glance, she has what? 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, and 8 is her dodge chance that Khalifa has right here. Actually, how much is it? So she has what? 32%. She's at 48%, 56%, 72%. So Khalifa actually does have an 88% chance to dodge on this team, right? Like, that's, again, Tech Khalifa is pretty good. And then, but if I would get rid of like STR Kale, she would be, I guess, the character I'd get rid of, because it's just like she can guard and be decent at STR Kale, but she needs a Khalifa around. Here, let's just go. So we're at 164k defense for Kale. Kale does get 60% defense on super attack. No defensive super attack effect, but with the damage reduction on super attack, I don't know that that's really, it's not like some issue, right? That she's not getting damage reduction while she attacks. So there's Vegeta's support kicked in as well. So now we should be looking at Kale at 55%. Kale is going to be able to do a little bit better stats on this turn right here. All right, 5.85. And, I mean, chances are very good, I'm thinking right here, that we're at least going to see a double super. Remember, another reason Kale is going to get quite a bit better at Rainbow is because we'll be able to pump up her Hidden Potential System additional, right? Even if we get the Hidden Potential System normal, that would be okay, because that would still give another chance to proc these 2 additional supers that she has in her kit, right? So that's the thing. I mean, yeah, an additional super by Kale would be super awesome, but, like, from her Hidden Potential System. But she doesn't need it. All she needs is for it to proc as the normal, and she's in business. Okay. Wow. Oh, my God. Okay. Incredible start. We ate 2 super attacks in slot 3. Khalifa had an 88% chance to dodge right there. Okay, man. What a start. That was impressive. Are you kidding me? That is so crazy. It's, man, for y'all, it's so easy, man. They just super the slot 1 character every time. Oh my god. Yeah, again, this is why I look at Frost's kit and some of these characters and I go, oh, no abilities that are defensive? Well, you're ass. Oh, okay. Well, there's... yeah, okay. I guess we got a chance to see that. So yeah, that's what happens when Kale is not in, like, slot 2 right there. A nice, cool 185k from a normal. Okay. So far, we're having quite a bit of difficulty here. So the friend Kale we brought is 90% in the dupe system. I don't know if I've ever seen this before, but I'm seeing 0... Wait, did we just get... I'm blabbering away. Did we just get the hidden potential system additional normal followed by the super? That's what I've been talking about. Right. Awesome. I've been blabbering away, but... I lost my train. No! Yeah, I think this is the first time where I've not seen... there's no 55% Kales on my friends list. There's none. There's 0. Like, literally, there is 0 Kales on my friends list. It's a little... weird, I would say, day 1. Just no 55%. It seems like the only people who summoned with the intention of grabbing dupes or something like that. I guess that's what we could take away from that. I think that is pretty crazy, though. 0 55% Kales. I did see a lot of botted friends on the friends list again. I don't know. It gets very annoying. Yeah, like the SR Gokus, right? What, like 0%, and then like the SSR, like, you know, blue Goku that's at 0% or 1% or whatever. Like, so annoying. All right, so Cell has just been bullying slot 3, but this is a 90% Kale. She's fine. Yeah, I mean, as Kale builds up that damage reduction, again, that's not really the showcase unit, but as Kale builds up her damage reduction, she should really be in a pretty good spot. It's like, this is the thing with this team, right? Is that, like, if we're going to use a lot of Universe 6 characters, if the boss is supering Kale, we're fine. It's like, Kale, and especially once we transform into Super Saiyan 2, we haven't had a chance to do it yet, but Kale is going to be capable of tanking these Metal Cooler Core supers, Cell Max supers, right? You know, Shadow Dragon event, Sin Shenron supers. Kale could eat those, right? In a way that many other characters could not. Oh my god, I just realized, taking Kale into the Shadow Dragon event? How in the hell? I can't bring any of these Universe 6 characters into that event. Oh boy. Alright, let me skip ahead until next turn. We will have a chance to transform with Kale. Remember, Kale has 2 different conditions to transform. It's either turn 4 with a Khalifa on the team, or after she does 6 supers. Neither, I think, is really that bad of a condition. With, you know, kind of the way the game is right now. I think they're decent. It's not like she didn't get, like, the Super 17 treatment for her active skill condition. Thank God. Alright, guys. We have been getting absolutely cooked. Cell... dude, he just keeps supering in slot 3 over and over and over. It's crazy. I don't, like... What? Please! Stop supering in slot 3! I'm begging! Okay, now, Kale doesn't have any build-up or anything like that, right? There's no reason to stay in base. I guess there is one thing, and that's that Super Saiyan 2 Kale does get an extra 100% defense for 6 turns. So the reason that I guess you could sort of decide if you want to transform into Super Saiyan 2 Kale is the 100% defense, again, for 6 turns, right? That's kind of the one thing that we have there. I guess let's go ahead and transform here into Super Saiyan 2 Kale. I'm probably just going to float the Vegeta off right here is what I think I'm going to do. Okay, so Kale, again, 164k defense right there. Remember, we could do this transformation if there's a Khalifa on the team and it's turn 4, or, again, if she's done 6 or more super attacks. Either will allow Kale to transform into Super Saiyan 2 right here. Alright, now, transformed Kale, the reason that Kale is actually really good and really helpful transformed is because at this point, she does become a slot 1 character. Super Saiyan 2 Kale can handle slot 1 for us, definitely. So Kale gets, what is it in Super Saiyan 2? Again, she gets 100% defense for 6 turns. She gets 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. 120% attack on Super. 2 additionals, which have a medium chance of being a Super. She gets a high chance to guard, but then she gets 60% attack and defense for 3 turns after receiving a hit. And then 160% defense and guaranteed guard with the Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn. So Kale, you know, you could go, I don't know, like we could run like a Universal Survival Saga team or Beyond Super Saiyan or something like that. We could run some team where we only have Kale and one other Universe 6 category ally, and that's going to be good enough. It's not like Kale needs a full team for her, and it's not like the Universe 6 girls, I mean, a lot of them do still have, you know, Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, Prepare for Battle, you know, if maybe Universal Survival Saga, Tournament Power, if we're running them on, like, that team. So it's not like their links are that bad, right? Like, they are Saiyans still. It's just that Kale really wants a Universe 6 ally, because a Universe 6 ally basically takes all the RNG away from Kale is what it does. Because it's like, it gives her the additional Super and Base, and then it gives her guaranteed guard in Super Saiyan 2. So it's like, all Universe 6 allies really are doing, I guess it is giving you a lot of extra stats, of course, too, but she would still be good if, you know, her guard is proccing, her additional supers would proc, and stuff like that. Now, the other thing Kale does here, at the moment, I'm not sure how this has worked. I've seen a lot of people talk about this. So, Kale gets 30% attack and defense for 1 turn, and then she gets a medium chance of performing a crit. At the moment, I am not sure if this works like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, where for them, they super and they have a 50% chance to crit, and then it stacks during the turn. So any additional supers UI Goku or Evolution Blue Vegeta will ever do will always be a guaranteed crit. I don't know the answer yet. If Kale quad supers, does the 4th super, is it a guaranteed crit? I don't know the answer to that quite yet. Through testing and stuff like that, we'll definitely be able to figure it out. I might just ask someone, and then I'll know by the time I do the Rainbow video. Alright, so we don't have the Tech Vegeta's support is not activated yet. I'm gonna use... we're gonna do this. We should... We will be able to finish Cell off right here. I'm probably gonna just use a Senzu next turn. It's... Again, Cell just keeps bullying me in slot 3, man. I can't help it. Alright, so there, double digits right there. 5.95. So now Kale's defense should be really good. So remember, she's guarding, right? Her defense should be very solid, and she has all these additionals built in. Yeah, even at 55%, she's going to be very strong, but it's like Rainbow Link level 10. These are like 9s and 10s she's doing right there, right? She could shoot like 4, 12 million super attacks, and she's guarding, and she's got 700k defense. Like, it can get very ridiculous. Okay. So, I'm actually going to not transform with the second Kale right here. All I have to do is actually just use a Senzu here, and we are good. STR Kale, she builds up a little slow. That's the thing about STR Kale. Remember, she guards, but she does also stack. But, again, STR Kale, she builds up just very, very slowly. So, that's what limits her in some of these super difficult events. It's like she is guarding if you have a Caulifla next to her, but it's, not that great considering her defense is not, like, super high. Like she could take some hits a little bit. Yeah, she's still taking a bit of damage there. And it does hurt that this team, our HP's under 500k. Like, that's just so... That just sucks so bad. I would need to get, like, LRs on here. So maybe, like, we'd have to get, like, Ultimate Gohan, LR Beast Gohan in here or something like that. Like, just sort of cycle them on. LR killing Khalifa ZZA, again, is going to be a massive buff. That is going to be a summonable LR, which means that's going to, raise the HP of the team by quite a lot. But I just, like, seeing a team nowadays be under 500k is just absolutely brutal. Because again, remember, Universe 6 completely sucks, right? It has nothing going for it for the most part. I think that the Part 2 LR maybe hit could be very, very good to see. All right. So this is a pretty decent turn for Kale right here. And we are definitely going to be cooking right here. 376 she's up to. This is just at 55%. And remember, I mean, she gets 30% defense when she supers. Like we could be 55% Kale, 700k defense with guard. If Kale is able to super attack multiple times, like Rainbow Max Lynx, like she's like these bosses like the Metal Cooler Core and stuff, like they're barely hurting her, man. If she's built like if it's within her first 6 turns and she's getting super attacks off and stuff, she's gonna be really good. It's not like Kale needs these abilities to be good though. Like she doesn't need to do 4 supers to be good because she's still guarding and stuff like that. So we have everything active here except for what? Prepared for battle? Yeah, prepared. Yeah, Kabe doesn't have prepared for battle, huh? That's a weird choice. Kabe is just a very, very weirdly designed unit. Maybe I should stop running in Kabe, man. I don't know. I'm telling y'all right now, if we get like the 8th third slot super attack of the video right here, I'm actually just gonna have a breakdown, man. I think it probably is gonna happen. We're probably about to get super attacked in slot 3. I should have put Tech Khalifa at the end there. That's what I get. Oh, what a disaster. At least Kale has looked good, but every time I'm using Kale now, the entire team is just crumbling around her. It's like, I really am going to have to, like... What other 200% is Kale on? Let me see. Kale is on God Goku's 200... Oh, this is so good. Okay. Our Kale's getting super, thank God. Kale is on God Goku's 200%. Perhaps that's what I should just do. I should just run her on God Goku's team. Like, so have one Kale... and then also pair her with one Universe 6 girl, right? The only thing is that Tech Khalifa, I mean, we can't just... Wow, Kabe, okay. We can't just run Tech Khalifa by herself, is the thing. We can't just run Tech Khalifa by herself without a bunch of Universe 6 girls. If there's going... Like, we're not fighting a Pure Saiyan or Universe Survival Saga enemy, right? It's like, we really probably would be better off just not using as many of the girl characters here, because they just get caught so easily. All right, so this could be a pretty good turn. Let's see, next turn. Okay, I'm going to do this right here. I think what's probably... Oh, no, Vegeta's not guarding anymore. Damn it. No, Vegeta's not guarding. We're going to get cooked right here. Well, Vegeta's defense is still reasonable, right? I forgot about his guard. No! Again, we potentially could be exposed by the slot 3 super. What is up with this video? Every single turn, all of the attacks are at the end. This has been very bizarre. This has been very, very, very bizarre. Oh, boy. All right. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. We got really lucky right there. Vegeta was definitely about to get taken down by the super attack. Okay. Vegeta doesn't die to normals here, though, right? Like, his defense is high enough that he's not going to get taken out by normals. No, he is. Damn it. Yeah, it's struggling here. I can't hide the... Okay. Alright, bro, it's tough. It's tough on this team. We have so little health, and he's bullying slot 3, man. There's nothing... Help! Alright, guys, we are in another run. I do feel like we've already seen some really good footage for Kale herself. So I'm not really too upset, right? Like, it's like we know that Kale's team is weak. Here, I'm taking us to God Goku's team, right? Again, Kale is on God Goku's 200% because Kale is on Pure Saiyans and she's got Exploding Rage for the extra 200%. So we could do something like this. Again, Kale does only need one Universe 6 category ally. These two as a duo, right, like in a week, LR Kale and Khalifa could be really good. And it's like this could be a legitimate thing we can do on teams, such as Power Beyond Super Saiyan 2, Universe 6, Rapid Growth, Pure Saiyan, Universal Survival Saga, Peppy Gal, right? Like there's a lot of different places we'd be able to just rock these two together. Let's go ahead and do Kale's active skill here. I guess one thing that is a bit of a shame about Kale, her animations aren't the craziest, and, you know, to me, one thing I really enjoy is, like, the voice-acted, like, animations, and, like, Kale doesn't have an intro. Kale, you know, she's got just the active skill transformation. Those intros or standbys do work very hard. All right, let's go ahead and transform here into Super Saiyan 2 Kale. It'll be really important, because LR, Kale, and Caulifla, at this stage of their life cycle, they could be okay-ish, like, in this situation right here as a Slot 2 character. Because remember, they'll build up quite a bit of dodge and defense by super attacking a lot. But it's like, you know, Kale can go in Slot 1. She just has to go Super Saiyan 2 first. Alright, so again, remember the big thing with our girl Kale right here is, so if we take a look, she's at 231k defense, but remember, she gets hit once, and then that's going to go up a lot for 3 turns. So our link set right here, we have everything. Wow, actually, yeah, she does work really well with Kale and Caulifla, too. Look at this. Saiyan lineage is the only thing not up, and look at Kale and Caulifla's ki. Alright, man, sure. Okay, so now we're going to be in a pretty good spot, right? I'm on a team full of characters that are not likely to get just one-shotted off the field for us, so it's going to be a little bit more helpful. Yeah, it's a shame. You know, I'm not really too sure if only Kale and Caulifla are going to be getting the EZA. Hopefully the Part 2 LR is a strong Universe 6 character. Like, we really need to hope so, man. Because it's dark for Universe 6. Thank goodness they are EZAing Kale and Caulifla. It would just be so bad if this unit wasn't getting their EZA, right? Alright, so Kale looking pretty good here. This is a triple super. Again, this is 55%. I mean, you know, 55%, she'd be capable of tanking really tough bosses here. Like she's good. This Super Saiyan 2 Kale, she's really good. I don't have an issue calling her the best TUR. It's just because her condition, it's not that big of a deal. Just one Universe 6 ally, I don't really consider that big of a deal, right? She just needs to get it, and she's in a really good spot, right? Let's maybe do another rotation or two, and then I guess we could finish up. Yeah, there we go. That is what we like to see. Remember, Kale and Caulifla do build up quite a bit of dodge as they attack, right? Alright, so let's get Vegeta's support procced here, and we will come back in a turn or two. We'll sort of see what Kale's looking like. I'll make sure to use the Senzu to heal that debuff second form Cell gave us too. Alright, we got another rotation right here. I'm just going to go ahead and use a Senzu, which should remove that debuff that Kale got applied with a couple of turns ago. Yeah, I mean, we're looking much better, right? It's like once we surround Kale with, you know, some stronger characters here, we're just putting ourselves in a much better position to succeed. Can we get the 7 orbs for Kid Goku? No, we actually are just shy. Only 6 orbs. A little bit unfortunate, but it's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and hit this. So let's see what Kale does. 400k defense right here. Remember, Kale is not getting support from Kid Goku. We weren't able to get the 7 orbs either. Okay, here's the super attack from Cell. But it's like, yeah, Kale, you keep supering her. That's going to be fine. 164 she took, and now she's taking a little bit of damage right there because Cell debuffed her, right? I believe we might have the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta's, his support is up right here as well. There's a crit. Oh, wait, that normal did a crit. Oh, so that's... Yeah, wait. That normal crit right there. So, it's like that. I believe it does work like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta's ability then. Because Kale's super attack effect is she gets a medium chance to perform a crit, right? My Kale's 55%. She's AGL. She has 0 crit in the hidden potential system. So that means Kale does stack her crit chance up. Yeah. Oh, that makes her even... Dude, she's even better. Wow. Holy shit. Yeah. I mean, this is how you release Kale. I really, truly believe Yamcha should have been a little bit better. He's very good, but Yamcha should have been a bit better. Raditz, of course, should have been way better. But Kale's looking good. That's a pretty useful ability that she's got right there. I really like that quite a bit. Build up crits as well with her super attacks. Yeah, because again, this is my 55%. She doesn't have crit, right? So that ability of hers, the crit lasts for the whole rotation. Yeah, I mean, Kale does seem pretty good. Not bad at all. Alright guys, I think maybe let's get one more rotation and we can finish up. Kale does look pretty good. I'm gonna double check about that ability, because I'm not sure. So again, she gets a 30% chance to crit from her super attack effect, right? I'm not sure if it stacks up like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. It definitely does seem like one of two things happen. Either it builds up, and like, you know, 1 super, she has a 30% chance to crit, 2, she has a 60% chance to crit, 3, she has a 90% chance to crit, or perhaps the first time she supers, she gets a 30% chance to crit for the entire turn. That might be it, too. I think it's one of the two. I'm going to double check and find out exactly what it is. But, yeah, Kale is looking really good. If they're going to release a non-hype Dokkan Fest, which Kale does count as, then this is the level that they need to be made at. So Kale is looking very, very, very good. Okay. So, yep, let's finish up this turn, and there we go. So let me know what you guys think about Kale at 55%. She seems pretty good even at 55%, but I think that Kale is going to be, like, you know, Rainbow Max Link. She is the best TUR. Like, yep, there's another crit on a normal. Yeah, dude, that's strong. She's strong, man. Wow. 55%. So I'm going to end, I think I'm probably going to give her something like 25 additional. And then anything else I have, I'm going to give her dodge, probably. She does need to get hit in her Super Saiyan 2 form. That 60% attack and defense for 3 turns. It is a multiplicative buff, but she's a comfortable slot 1 character. I've never had issues with Tech Carnival Goku dying because I've given him... He has about 10 dodge. So something similar should work well with this Kale. But yeah, Kale, man, what an impressive unit. I really like this 55% Kale. It's like, it's not quite the same thing as Super 17, too. Kale just needs one Universe 6 category ally, right? And then we could pair, the rest of the team could be, you know, the gods and God Goku and all these ridiculous Saiyans. Super 17 is not in the same position where it's just like, oh, you know, you give us 1 or 2 Universe 6 allies that are good and we can make it work with Kale. Super 17 needs like a complete team revamp, right? Like it's really not the same thing. I think a lot of people compare it heavily and unfortunately for Super 17, it's not quite the same thing. Super 17 needs incredible drastic help. So does Kale, but you can at least get away, like this team is Kale at full power. Like we're using Kale at full power on this team, right? And LR Kale and Khalifa will be easy 8 in a week, so that's going to be pretty good. So, yeah, Kale, man, I do like her quite a bit. All right, so this is the power of strong thoughts, Kale Berserk. Her leader skill is Universe 6 or Transformation Boost, category key 3 and 170% of stats. Honestly, I think that Kale should have had 3 leader skills. They should have given her an additional category. Or, like, I think Power Beyond Super Saiyan would have worked well for her to lead, to give her a stronger roster. It's just kind of tough. Transformation Boost, back in the day, every character that released had the transformation mechanic, and were on that category, but it's not like that anymore. Like, Kale's team sucks. It's pretty bad. Like, she needs more options added to it, right? Transformation Boost has a lot of strong units here or there, but I feel like that team needs to be filled out still with modern characters, right? So, Universe 6 or Transformation Boost, 3 key, 170% of stats, and then the extra 30% is for characters who are on Universal Survival Saga or full power. Her super attack is the Gigantic Impact, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn, 50% buff, and does immense damage to the enemy. Now, typically, I do complain heavily about no defense and super attack effect. That could hurt this Kale if you have bad RNG and she only supers once. No defense and super attack effect will hurt, right? But if Kale's going to triple super for you, which if she's rainbowed, it should be relatively common because of the fact that the hidden potential system, like, it all, like, is stacking and working together, right? Like, all you need, so she does her first super, and then you just need one of the 3 to proc, and then it probably starts a chain reaction where they all will proc, all of Kale's additionals, right? So her design is pretty good. Again, no defense on super attack effect will only really hurt if you get really bad RNG with her. Her passive skill, Rampage through everything, gives her 160% attack and defense at the start of turn. She then gets another 60% attack and defense and a high chance of an additional super when performing a super attack. Now, because of the fact that it's when performing a super attack, that's what allows it to basically roll every single attack she does, right? So the hidden potential system additional will like, again, Kale benefits from the hidden potential system additional even if it's a normal, because it will roll another chance for the high chance to super, and then later in her kit, the 70% chance to super she has, right? So, like, it's very helpful for her, right? Well, actually, her second super, let me just keep reading, but her second super attack probably doesn't work that way. It's probably only the first one. So then Kale gets 20% damage reduction within the turn with each super attack performed up to a max of 60%. With Kale's defense in slot 2, 60% damage reduction is more than fine, right? So she is going to be looking good. With 2 super attacks, you could potentially get caught by one of the really tough bosses, but early on in the fight, 40% damage reduction, I mean, it'll be good against any boss. Like Red Zone Cell Max, Kale should crush Red Zone Cell Max. Kale will be a great character for, like, Red Zone Cell Max, for sure. Then Kale gets another 160% attack and defense and a 70% chance of an additional super if there's another Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn, right? So she doesn't need a team full of Universe 6 girls. She just needs one Universe 6 ally. We'll see what that might look like, in a couple of weeks. Then she transforms when conditions are met. She has an active skill, Transformation, where she will transform, and we could do that from the 4th turn with a Caulifla on the team, or after Kale does 6 or more super attacks in battle. I don't really find the condition to be tough at all, right? Kale's link set is Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, Battlefield Diva, Prepare for Battle, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle. I mean, Saiyan Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle. We got, like, some nice stuff right there, right? For sure. 12 key multiplier, 150% normal for a DOKKANFEST TUR. And then our girl Kale here does have a lot of, like, weak, niche, lower level categories that she's buffing, which is good. So Kale, of course, is on Universe 6. I mean, yeah, look at this. I mean, this is a World Tournament reward card. This hit, he came out, his Awakening, with the World Tournament when Tech Kale and Caulifla came out. This is a 2021 character, so, Universe 6 is just in a bad spot. I really, if they would have sub-EZA'd, I mean, STR Kale and Tech Caulifla, that would have been very helpful. There is a precedent to them doing that before. They did EZA God Topo and Lightspeed Mode Dispo before the main units that they awakened from their medals, Evolution Blue Vegeta and STR Jiren. Remember, those units EZA'd 3 years ago, and who is it? Dispo awakens from STR Jiren medals. Dispo EZA'd 3 years ago, and we still have not got STR Jiren's EZA, right? So they could have EZA'd these two even before STR Kefla, because they awakened with STR Kefla medals, but they still could have EZA'd them anyway. That would have helped a lot for Kale, right? Universe 6 would just Tech Caulifla, STR Kale, and LR Kale and Caulifla, the Universe 6 would be dominant. Not just okay, but dominant. Because STR Kale and Tech Caulifla, I can say they could not fumble them, because all Kale needs is higher defense, right? Caulifla, I mean, I guess technically Caulifla doesn't even really need an EZA. She is what she is, right? But, like, STR Kale with an EZA would get so good, because she's guarding, she just needs the extra stats for her guard to matter. That would have helped us out a lot if that was the case. Then Kale, of course, also on Transformation Boost. Again, one kind of unfortunate thing here is that there's just not really the days of, like, superclass characters coming out, like, all the time that transform. It's just not really as common anymore. And, that after the 7th anniversary power creep, right, where we need a lot of those, like, 2022 and 2023 characters. Your team needs to be full of 2022 or 2023 characters. It's just how it is, right? Then Kale's on Universal Survival Saga. finally starting to get some more buffs here, but this team does need a lot of work, right? It does. Kale could be good for Blue Kaioken Goku, though, because Blue Kaioken Goku, he can't do the Spirit Bomb without reps of Universe 7, but he only needs a Universal Survival Saga ally to guard, so that is good. Then, Kale's also on Full Power. Another addition to Full Power is definitely good. Full Power's gotten a lot of characters recently. Kale is also over here on the Pure Saiyan category team. Again, it does annoy me that Kale's on Pure Saiyan and Frost is not on Wicked Bloodline. I know that Pure Saiyan is just saying it's like the Saiyan race, whereas, you know, Wicked Bloodline is kind of like Frieza's family, but it's still just stupid they did it like that. Then Kale's also on Exploding Rage. I have to do an Exploding Rage, like, team video, like, category video, because, I mean, look, this is just since the 2022 Worldwide Battle Celebration. These insane characters, and we got, like, you know, other EZAs and stuff like that. Like, this category is solid, Exploding Rage, man, it really is. Then Kale's also on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. I do think Power Beyond Super Saiyan would have been a better category for Kale to lead, or maybe a third category. She could have led Universe 6 Transformation Boost and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. I think that would have helped out quite a bit, right? Yeah, getting the 8th anniversary Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta on Kale's team would help a lot, right? Because, I mean, Kale, our team, our HP was just so low, right? Then, of course, we also are on the Peppy Gal category team right here. So this is good, right? Another option for Peppy Gals. We definitely do love that. Kale is also over here on the Super Saiyan 2 category team. Very, very small roster of characters, so I am very pleased, right, that we got another strong Super Saiyan 2 character there. Then Kale's also on Rapid Growth, another great addition to the Rapid Growth category. That's awesome. Again, Kale's on a lot of, like, kind of weak teams here, which is really, really good. Then finally, this is Miraculous Awakening. Yep, okay, another addition for this category, which could use it. And then finally, Kale is on the Bond of Friendship category team at the end right here. So there is Berserk Kale. So again, we can transform with Kale into Super Saiyan 2, either on turn 4 with a Khalifa on the team, or after Kale has done 6 super attacks. And then in Super Saiyan 2 form, her super attack changes, her passive changes, and then one of her links does change as well. So Kale's super attack becomes the Resist Blast, which raises attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn, does immense damage, and has a medium chance to crit. So the way this works, I did get clarification just in the middle of recording this video, right? This is why these cuts are useful. Kale's, it does work like UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. So in Super Saiyan 2 form, you really, it pains me to say this, guys, but you really do want to go full additional for this Kale. It really helps out in base, and additional supers, if she quads supers, it's a guaranteed crit. So it does that. Every super attack will give her that chance to crit for the turn. So she supers once, it's a 30% chance to crit. Then an additional super, she now has a 60% chance to crit. With a third super, she has a 90% chance to crit. And then with the 4th super attack, which she can do, she would have a 100% chance to crit. Really strong. That is crazy. I mean, this is the thing. I definitely am going to give her a little bit of dodge, because my thinking, no matter what, you do want to give yourself the ability to do everything, right? That's very important. But, I mean, Kale just has so many additionals and crits built in, right? She's going to do a lot of damage. So Kale's passive, Beyond the Limits, gives her 100% defense for 6 turns from the start of turn. She gets 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then she gets another 120% attack on super attack. Good. Then she gets 2 additionals, each of which has a medium chance of being a super attack. It's a 30% chance. Then base, she has a high chance to guard, which is a 50% chance. Then she also gets 60% attack and defense for 3 turns after receiving a hit. And she also gets 160% defense and guaranteed guard with another Universe 6 category ally in the same turn. And then her new link set becomes Saiyan Lineage, Super Saiyan, Battlefield Diva, Prepare for Battle, Warriors Universe 6, Tournament Power, and Fierce Battle. Really good. Berserker becomes Super Saiyan is a really good change. So there's Kale, man, 55%. She looks good. I am very comfortable, I think, calling her the best TUR. Maybe it's a little bit easier to use God Goku, I feel. Like, you know, he just has more teams you know, his restrictions probably not as tough, but again, we could revisit, like, LR Kale and Khalifa could become, you know, the best LR EZA or something like that in a week, and, you know, things get really crazy for Kale. Kale does feel like the strongest TUR to me. It's between Kale and God Goku. I definitely think Kale seems like she's a level above the Gammas and Kid Goku. It's crazy. The Gammas have not fallen off at all, but now we are getting characters who are just better than the Gammas. It's crazy. It is crazy. And then I want to end the video by just saying, again, poor Super 17, man. What did Super 17 do to deserve his fate, man? I do not understand. All the releases this year have been so powerful, except Super 17 was just good. All the Dokkan Fest and LRs this year have all been, oh my god, good. And then Super 17 is just good, right? He's good. It's poor Super 17, man. I am a Super 17 supporter. My heart weeps for him. We've had 80 super class LRs and Dokkan Fest this year. They're all great. The one extreme class unit we get, and he's good. Come on, man. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.